Sorry, y'all. We're live, but we have an intro to do. This Mercury retrograde is doing the most. All right. We're live, but act like y'all don't see us right now because we're about to do our intro the right way. Be patient. There we go. And welcome. We're here. All right, my bad, y'all. I had some technical difficulties in the beginning, but thank you guys for tuning in. This is a special live stream for Natural Woman Magazine in celebration of this 30 days of yoga challenge that we have been on. Today is day 11. I'm feeling good. I hope everybody has been participating, been able to get in the 30 minutes a day of yoga that we're doing the whole month of June. And like I promised when you signed up, that I'll be coming on with yoga experts talking about several different things on how yoga can make our lives better. So I know with this platform being about women empowerment and all this feminine divine energy, I knew it was super important for us to talk about the importance of yoga and motherhood and pregnancy and just how it can be a benefit to us. And so I brought on one of my favorite experts. Anytime it comes to the womb, to childbirth, to mothering, not just childbirth and pregnancy, to even homeschooling, like this sister is very powerful. I love the information she has. She has been she's been there with me through 2 pregnancies. Delivered Kari. Everybody see Kari? That's who helped me bring Kari into this world. So I would love to introduce Mama Mawusi Ashakir, and I hope I said that right.
You did. You did.
Awesome. Yes. So first off, I just want to thank you for coming onto the platform. And let me shout out everybody watching on YouTube and Facebook. We see y'all here. Thank you guys.
I watch Natural Woman Magazine. Sometimes I get snatches, sometimes I catch the whole show. And I really enjoy the down to earth, get down to business information, everything from aliens to tarot cards and the business of movie stars and stuff like that too. I love the down to earth, real deal business. And that's really so real because we have to ground ourselves with some real information, like how to really look at things, how to really perceive life,
Exactly. I'm glad me and Quatita were able to come together to bring that royal connection. So I'm excited. I'm loving the impact that it's having on our community, even though some people may look at it as small, but to me, I think it's a huge deal. So how y'all doing tonight? All right, so I'm sharing in a few more pages, but while we are having Mama Mawusi here, can you please tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and just giving them letting them know why I say that you're an expert when it comes to the topic we're talking about tonight.
Well, I am. My name is Iyabie Mawusi Ashakir. Iyabie means she who births survivors, and that is a blessing and a title given to me because I am entering my 20th year of birthing, birthing babies sovereignly. The name Mawusi means in the hands of the Creator, and Ashakir is ones who are thankful. Birth is so intrinsic and sacred to me. I don't remember a time that I wasn't looking in my mother's nursing books at her at pregnancy and gestation, even as a child. When I grew up and got older, got married, I'm now married for 29 years this year. And we have 7 children, 4 of them born at home. And in the birthing of those children, and I found so much courage inside of myself. And you would say, no, the courage to birth 7 children. No, the courage to even birth one. Like, just to come and bring a child into the world requires so much.
Right.
Standing in yourself and demanding your space and encouragement inside of yourself. And then even standing in a relationship and a marriage requires so much courage to define yourself and stand in that definition, and also draw that line to say, no, this part is me right here, and be honest and to accept, even to allow someone else to define themselves. Big deal. It's a big deal. So, and I am a 25-year homeschooler also. And it was a big deal to me to take back what was mine. The children that came from me are mine. They were given to me to guide, guard, and to take on a path towards self-development. And with that, I chose to define their path of education based upon what they came into the world with. So, just really standing fully in myself and choosing to carve out my own path is something that, I encourage my mothers to do, my baby mamas to do when I walk with them. It's a big deal.
Exactly. So one of the reasons why I knew having you on this platform to talk about the things we're going to talk about tonight, one, because we're doing the 30-day yoga challenge.
Yeah.
But with everything that's happening with the coronavirus, the quarantine, the riots, there are a lot of us have been pushed to look for better ways to be. So we won't have to live in such chaos. And one thing that a lot of women are pushing towards now is natural pregnancy, natural childbirth, home birthing if possible. And I knew with this yoga topic, I knew this information we'll talk about tonight can be of great help to anybody just wanting to have a healthy, normal, fast pregnancy and delivery. So let's talk a little bit about how yoga has been beneficial to you as being a mother who has given birth, and then also with the mothers that you work with. Going into this, we step into this topic. One, I really want everybody to also realize how much of a weight this time frame is. You know how you say Mercury retrograde? Right.
Well, this has been a serious weight on everyone's body, on all of these women's body, as my mamas in particular have been going through gestation and walking the journey of their gestation. They have been feeling sympathetically all of the energies from this
Are you hearing an echo?
And this collective consciousness of fear and everything, it's like the pregnant mothers are feeling it double, and we really have to pay close attention to what's going on with that. I really want to acknowledge that because moms are being, I don't want to say we're being ignored, but we're everybody's feeling like, they can make it through. They're okay. But it's sort of like that meme that says we're not okay. Check on your moms because we're not okay. Check on the mamas because they're not okay. The collective consciousness is overwhelming. With that, I want to go in on yoga as being a key tool towards alleviating a lot of this stress and rising above a lot of this collective mental frustration. Right. Utilizing it as a tool of meditation, using it as a tool of circulation, using it as a tool to have things keep moving around you rather than just sitting in that stagnation that's converging. That all of those things converging on our psyches, converging on our place of peace. We sometimes people sit and scroll just to get peaceful, and you can't even get peaceful because on your timeline you're seeing people putting up signs that says I can't breathe. But when a woman is pregnant, she has to breathe. You see a man stressed and struggling. When you need your man to be peaceful, you're thinking about Black men being in this place of struggle and strife. This is just, we're going through a lot, right. And they're really destabilizing Black people. They're destabilizing mothers who are already destabilized by, infant mortality, maternal mortality issues like high blood pressure and gestational diabetes and obesity during pregnancy. We're dealing with a whole lot already. So as we address what we're dealing with, let's take a look at how yoga can affect excess weight gain. While doing the yoga, you're breathing in a way that inspires your metabolism to move. You know what I'm saying? And if you do it regularly, your metabolism will then eventually pick up and be able to help you consume all of the foods that you're eating. But yoga is not just a philosophy of exercise. It's also partially meditation. It's also partially how you're eating and things like that matter. So that threefold piece matters. Your mentality, your physicality, and your eating and your emotionality will be changed. And you'll see a marked difference in those sectors of your life. So that it's a big mouthful to talk about mothers, the womb, and yoga. It's a really big mouthful. But to make a synopsis, I want to also talk about how much yoga can affect. It affects all of those things in relation to reducing stress, reducing eclampsia. So those mothers who have high blood pressure, those mothers who may have issues with stress, so much stress going on in their lives, you can bring all of that to a peace with yoga. Even your other children can come in and do yoga with you, and you can have them meditating with you as you all come down into peace. While doing the yoga, you will also opening up your pelvic bones so you can sleep better, so that you can move better. And I got my pelvis here to kind of show that. With women in yoga, we're in pregnancy. Let's go to pregnancy first. With women in pregnancy, we're finding that we understand that our ligaments get really loose. They get really loose because they're loosening the pelvic bones so that the pelvic bones can open. But if we have a lot of weight sitting on those pelvic bones, it'll be hard for them to do what they're supposed to do. If you see this pelvis moves, because this is a female pelvis. Male pelvises are fused and fixed because they're supposed to be load bearing, heavy weight bearing. But females, we have to be able to open and allow that pelvis to open so that the baby can come down through there. But when our pelvis can't open, we find ourselves so uncomfortable when we're trying to sleep, when we're walking. You might even find your pelvis popping back and forth. Right here, pubic symphysis right here, you may find it popping back and forth. Well, yoga can help to strengthen this pubic symphysis so it doesn't pop so much, but then also allow it to open and close with ease rather than popping back and forth. You know, so that's what we want to happen with that. And so this pelvis is very interesting. Your pelvis actually moves a lot more than this, but this moves so that I can show you. But your hip bones push in so that the baby can come down through and open enough so the baby's shoulders can come through here, right? Now, we don't realize that, but while we're twerking, we're doing that. We don't realize it, but when we're twerk dancing, we're opening up our pelvis in order to do muscle isolates, and, you know, isolating muscle movements. Now, what was very beautiful is I was at a birth, and the doula supported the mother and twerking while going through labor contractions.
Right.
What was so beautiful about it is it actually helped her to ease the pain of labor contractions, and to open up. So I know this is about yoga, but I will make it culturally relevant. And culturally relevant is twerking, dancing, getting down low, showing us how low you can go is a yoga move. Just it's movement too.
It is.
Too. Yeah.
And that's very true. And I know some people may be thinking, like, why is this important? This is important because I know it's a lot of women out here who are pregnant, who are nervous, and just want to have a healthy birth. So they ain't got to deal with no extra stuff because it's already too much stuff going on.
Exactly.
So just hearing the information, that constant movement, the stretching of your body, being able to have fun,
yeah,
in a better position to have a healthy birth. Now, one thing also I think that is very important, the frequency that we control as far as the frequency that our children are born into, for example. And right now, with all this craziness going on,
yes,
it's so important that we really take control of.
We have to get on top of it.
Yes.
She said the frequency that we control. Dig this. Our vibration is how we operate on a day-to-day. See, when we frequently operate on the same rhythm every day, that becomes our frequency. So we operate on this same rhythm, right? This rhythm of I get up, I'm agitated, I'm irritated, I'm going with my children, I'm snatching from them, I'm yelling at them, I'm fussing at them. This becomes your frequency. And this is what you attract people, places, and information from the collective consciousness from. And then you have to realize that on that frequency is the frequency that they're putting the fear. They're putting in the fear. They're putting in the stress. They're putting in the frustration because it's attracted to your natural stress. The stress that you're dealing with. I got to deal with these children. I got to hurry up and feed them. I got to do this and this and this. When you're stressful, you're going to attract stress. But if you gain control and you bring yourself to peace, and peace naturally in yourself, like sit before you do anything, sit down. That baby come in and start crying, say, sit down right next to me. We're going to meditate. You hear that meditative music? Sit down. And you sit there and you meditate. The only thing that can come to you is more peace. Like attracts like. Like frequencies are attracted to like vibrations and frequencies.
Right.
If you're like, it's just too boring to sit down and meditate, that's okay too. That's why I brought up the twerking. Find your happy music. Where's your place? Dance, laugh, get it together. Like pull it all together and start laughing when you start out your day. How you start out your day is the vibration in which you'll carry for the rest of the day. So start laughing. Get the laughter going, get the energy moving, and then have everybody come in with the laughter. If you have more children, have them come in and dance with you. and everybody's dancing together and everybody is up and uplifted and energetic, then what's going to come to you that day is uplifted energy that day. Very important for eliminating a lot of high blood pressure issues too. Laughter works just as well as meditation.
That's powerful, because with this whole movement, the biggest thing, and you said it, was doing things that bring us peace naturally.
Yes.
It's so important. And yoga can help bring you some peace. I ain't gonna lie, y'all.
It does. It
really does.
It does. And we have to be real on the fact that in reality, a lot of times we're stressed because we just wish our life would slow down. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on in our life that it's hard. I mean, it's hard for us to navigate. Our mate may be tripping. Our children may be tripping. Our bills are tripping. Then, of course, here go Black Lives Matter, and I got to go downtown in the midst of this, XYZ, or I work at night in the midst of this curfew, or, I'm saying, so much that's going on. Oh, you want me to wear a mask and I can't even breathe through this doggone mask? This is too much. You know what I'm saying? Everything feels just too much. So this is where you become the one that's in control of the buttons. You become I, self, Lord, and Master. And with that, when you sit down in that and you say nothing moves except by way of my command, that's when. And even if you the one that made mistakes, even if you the one that was wrong, even if you the one that did it, you can always still start today. Nothing makes you unqualified to say, I am myself, Lord and Master. Nothing. You can take back your power this second. You can reunite yourself, recommit yourself to saying, I set the rules with this body. And with this being the case, I'm about to sit here and meditate, and you bet not bother me. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be on my one. I'm about to be happy, peaceful, and I don't want to hear nothing else.
That's that energy when I say sit there and tell y'all you got to protect your peace at all costs.
Yes.
How you got to be when it comes to your peace. Because it means everything. Stress is the number one killer. I don't care. And everything at the bottom line, from high blood pressure, from diabetes, its common denominator is stress.
Yeah. When we think about the load of stress that we carry as women, period. And that load of stress is we are complements. We are complementary beings. So I'm not blaming it on our men, but I am saying that we seek to complement our men. Therefore, we carry some of their load. Period. We just do.
Right.
Then we're going to carry the load of the children because we will. Those are our babies. So we're going to carry the load of the children, compliment the men, and that's where we're in the middle, having to crying out to each other, saying, you need self-love. You need to take a dead break. You need to do this. We're crying for each other and saying, we need to take do for self day. We're crying for each other. We're Mary J. Blige for each other. You need some of you time. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to it, we really do.
Yeah,
we really do. We are the ones that are really walking around with the dagger in our own backs that we put there because we're not taking enough time out to acknowledge self.
That was powerful, y'all. That was super powerful. And actions of self-care is taking 30 minutes a day. Taking 10 minutes a day, meditating, taking a nice spiritual bath. A lot of people think acts of self-care is making sure that they got the best lace front, making sure their makeup and lashes right, their body right. That's not self-care. Self-care all has to do with maintaining your ability.
Yes.
Because when you have peace,
you really wear the lashes and the lace front, but what's funny is you can't see that. Ain't that funny? You got all of that stuff. You got the lace front, you got the lashes, you got your hair done, you got your makeup done to a T, but you can't see it unless there's a mirror. Without a mirror, all you do is feel the makeup on your face, feel the hair, feel the clothes on your body, but you don't see you. You're doing this for other people.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we can see our fingernails and our toenails. We can see our nails and our toenails, and those things kind of seduce us. Yeah, that works for seducing us into feeling like we're doing it.
Right.
But ultimately, peace is something that's inside there with you, inside your mind, inside yourself, your being, your temple. You know, your sacred mind, your sacred mind space. Peace is within.
Yeah.
And that's what you're talking. I guess I'm just co-signing. I'm just co-signing, which was easy to say, that peace is within yourself.
Yeah.
It's conversations that you have with yourself. You know, like they say, Elegba is not interested in the lies you tell others. Elegba is interested in the lies you tell yourself.
Right.
So think about it. I mean, what are you saying to yourself? What does it feel like when you really look at yourself in the mirror, no makeup? You know, do you feel like you the shit or no? You know?
That's something powerful to think about, you guys. I hope you guys are just enjoying the conversation. We did have a question in the chat. Shout out to everybody on Facebook and on YouTube that's tuning in with us this evening. Bree Hope said, do y'all use binaural beats or guided yoga practices?
I do. Ironically, I have been doing some binaural beats, and in addition to do it with my yoga practice. But I also have been listening to some like native music, some music that plays some really just, it's not on a binaural beat. It's not on a looped beat. It's actually just free form flute music, like a Zen flute.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to be confined in a loop. You know, I want to be set free. That's my issue. I've been confined in a loop. Now I want to be set free. So with my yoga practice, even my objective is to align myself so that I can turn the lock and set myself free. You know, that's my objective. It's my yoga practice. My objective is to align my spine and nervous system. It's sort of like putting things in place on a starship so that you can key in the code and get to where you're trying to go. So it's that sacred geometry is there, and utilizing that to go spiritually where I would like to go. The binaural beats are very interesting though, because I think I found a graphic art on Pinterest where it talks about how many megahertz produce and what is it type of psychological thing does it produce. Like it's trying to produce miracles. This is how many megahertz to produce miracles. This is how many megahertz to produce balance. This is how many megahertz to produce this. So that was very interesting to know, to research. When binaural beats came on the scene, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound is really powerful. And then everybody, we are doing this special yoga presentation talking about yoga and pregnancy because we are in the 30-day of yoga challenge with Natural Woman Magazine. Today is day 11, and every Thursday until the end of this month, I will be bringing on a yoga expert to talk about yoga in regards to a particular topic that relates to our community. Tonight we're talking about motherhood and pregnancy because I think that's the topic that we really don't talk about a lot that needs to be heard because we have so many births and babies being born here. And we have the highest when it comes to infant mortality. We have the highest rate. Now, a lot of that has to do with hospital intervention, but if we can, because I think we talked about this earlier, not everybody is built to have a natural birth.
Right.
Some people are built to have a natural birth in a hospital. And that's okay. But it's always best to have a plan. You don't want to get caught up in hospital intervention.
Right.
You want to have full control.
Hospitals are right now is very interesting because I train doulas, do birth companions to go into the hospitals, and we're still struggling to get to go into the hospital with moms because of this COVID-19 pandemic. So I had to throw that in. So we're actually doing like virtual birth companion support, and that's a very interesting new thing. We
Yeah.
have to be ready and willing to adapt and evolve. However, we're also arming mothers with a lot of information before they go in there so they can be in charge and in tune with their own births. So
Yeah.
they can still give direction to their births. They can still be in charge of their birth. So that's a very powerful thing. What you want to do is you want some of the tools that we offer is you really want to be in optimal health when you go in there. No one wants to be told after laboring by yourself for so many hours on a bed, trapped on a bed with an IV, that now you're going to go to C-section and there's nobody with you. That's right. A very unnerving thing to do. So what we try to do is help mom to have the best diet possible, put her on an exercise regimen. And so my doulas are having the moms exercise, having the moms eat 2 salads a day and 64 ounces of water, their prenatal vitamins on point, spirulina and smoothies, fruit smoothies in the mornings, making sure they have regular bowel movements. I know people don't like to talk about that, but it's real. And then those things can support mom's natural cellular intelligence in getting in the game and working right for her so that her birth can be successful. You know, that's what we're trying to do here. In essence, we don't want our moms to be undermined while being in the hospital and she doesn't have anybody there for her.
Yeah.
To go off without a hitch, go off without stress.
Yeah, because I think right now in hospitals you can only have one person go with you.
Yeah. And so what if that one person that goes is someone who really, we actually are also training that one person that's going to go. So if mom is going to go, or if baby's father is going to go, then we train the father to know what to do, to have comfort measures and things like that so that she can navigate the hospital environment.
Anybody watching, if you have any mothers that you know that are expecting right now, that's looking for a doula, that's looking for this type of information when it comes to natural childbirth, make sure you're tagging them and sharing this video with them because we want to put this information out. Because also Mawusi, like she said, she trains doulas. You also have let's take a moment before we go into break. Just really talk about what all you do for birthing mothers in that area and realm of birth, and then we'll go into break real quick so they can just know, oh, this is the woman I need to be talking to.
I am the founder of the Mothership, and the Mothership trains birth companions, or what we consider doulas, lactation consultants, and postpartum recovery companions, which are postpartum doulas. We also have high-risk doulas because let's say that mom has had 2 C-sections already and she wants to have a vaginal birth. Well, that postpartum doula can support her and possibly getting the better outcome that she can attain. Also, you may have we also train herbalists as well, so that you in your birth companion studies, you also will learn some natural healing modalities to be able to use with mothers during labor, pregnancy, labor and birth, and postpartum and breastfeeding. So there people can learn different herbal remedies and massage, so many things. We got so many different keys and key pointers in our arsenal to be able to use to support mothers through the process of gestation and birth. So the Mothership, look for us on Facebook. And we are straight up Out of the Body Temple Institute of Holistic Health and Holistic Studies, for which we have been in operation since 2001, actually. And we have been healing and birthing our future.
Pretty amazing, y'all. So make sure y'all check her out because you can. Now, is it just limited to people in Ohio or Cincinnati?
No, thank you. I do local classes, local live classes, but I also do online training. So wherever you are in the world, we can support you. We are coming on the fall into December. We'll be translating into French. So we'll be supporting those even in Africa and France and Paris to be able to get our classes and be able to take them even in French.
That is super awesome, y'all. So everybody that has been interested, I know I've been seeing people comment and share, interested in being a doula, getting into that work. This is a great place where you can get certified. Not just certified, but certified in our native tradition.
That's another thing. Can I speak on that? Can I speak on that though? We don't realize that Black women have been delivering babies and never stopped. We have been home birth. I am of the tradition of the grand midwife, or what was considered the granny midwife, and I was apprentice trained. I was not trained by any European organization or a university registration situation. And being trained by a traditional midwife, I got the opportunity to learn from women who were very active in the civil rights struggle, very active in the fight against colonization of birth practices. And that it is a situation in which birth was not even seen as a serious medical undertaking until they determined that they could get a lot of money from infiltrating birth. They really tossed away a lot of women and said, go home to birth. And they were very offensive to women who thought that they needed medical intervention, right? So Black women were called upon to take that up. Here, specifically also here in America, were Black women integral in birthing not only Black babies, but white babies as well, white mothers as well. And we took care of not only poor white women, but also all white women of all economic class, as well as all Black women of all economic classes. We took care of not only their birthing, but we also took care of them if they had minor emergent situations. So if they were had the flu, had cold, was sick, if they had some sort of arthritis or some other issue that required health maintenance, the midwife was called upon in order to create a salve, a tincture, a tea, or some sort of herbal support for them. And this is what I do. Like I am a keeper of the culture, and that's essentially keeper of that womb culture and that healing culture. And that's something that it is 2020, and we still have to do that because we have to have health assurance, because health insurance in this social times is collapsing. We have to be the ones that determine our own health.
Powerful jewels being dropped tonight during this 30-day yoga special. I hope you guys are enjoying the conversation. Please feel free to share any comments, any questions that you have in the chat. We are checking out both categories from YouTube and Facebook. We're about to take a quick commercial break, just a few minutes, give everybody some time to, if they got to go somewhere, do something, they can do that there. And we will be back here in a few minutes.
I'm no yoga teacher. I'm not trying to teach you yoga. I just want to show you how to connect with your eternal being. Yoga helps me to be aware of myself. I know if it does it for me, I know it can do it for you. One day I was working on my root chakra with the crow pose, and it was really hard for me to find my balance. I noticed every time I lost balance, I would grab onto some grass to get me back balance. Then I get annoyed at myself because I felt that I shouldn't need the grass to help support me doing this pose. And then I had an aha moment. The grass, this earth, the air, everything in nature supports us 100%. The problem is we block the support because we think it makes us weak to receive help, or worse, we feel that we are unworthy of the support that is divinely ours. And because of this, we block a lot of our blessings by not being open to receive support in the many ways it can manifest itself in our lives. You know, we always have support.
My name is Megan Seard. I am the founder and CEO of Regime Beauty. It's a natural skincare company. I hand make all my products myself, and then I go out into the streets and sell them. Regime Beauty was really built out of necessity on so many levels. First and foremost, being a Black woman going into any store, whether it's Kroger's, Walgreens, a hair store or whatever, and looking for products that actually work for your skin, that have minimal ingredients and, do what you needed to do. I think it's funny that as Black women, we end up having to purchase products that are heavy duty or extra strength or something like that, as if our skin or our hair or our melanin is a disease or a disorder or some sort of issue. And so creating a product for myself that was everything that I needed and also luxurious and, pampering, and I enjoy using it, was like, okay, well, if I need this, I know other people do too. And so there's that aspect of it, but then there's also my own personal journey of, becoming the woman that I'm supposed to be. And creating this company has given me the opportunity to grow into myself. My name is Megan Seard. I'm the founder and CEO of Regime Beauty, and I am a natural woman.
Alright, Trade Unlimited on its platforms. Follow us today on social media at Trade
We're back. So everybody, thank you for tuning in with us. I tagged Megan Seard to this watch party because I put it in your commercial. I hope you got to see a little bit of it. If not, make sure you go back. She was our entrepreneur spotlight in this issue of Natural Woman Magazine. And her the story of how she started Regime Beauty, which is the bomb. And she be hustling. She go literally be on the streets and her book bag full of product selling, doing her thug signals. That's out to her. So we are here. We are doing a 30 Days of Yoga live special. I am we are talking about yoga, pregnancy, motherhood, and just really basically how to maintain peace. This information, this conversation is so important for our community, and I'm glad we're able to be on the platform and talk about it. We do have a question from Antoinette Renee. She says, can you share information about cash fertility?
What's very interesting is we hear about certain herbs. Please forgive me for this. We hear about certain herbs and we think like, okay, I'm gonna get this for my fertility issue. But what I want you to do is I want you to assess the type of woman you are. Cash tree berry is for women who may be very, let me just use some raw words and let's be real with some things. This woman may be very irritated, easily irritated, and she don't be faking. She's not trying to be moody. She really be irritated, and she's kind of amplified. So what you really need is a person whom is a herbalist, but also uses their spiritual senses to tap into you. So to discern what herb is best for you for fertility, we would need to look at the whole picture. So I could say, oh yes, chaste tree berry, what it does is it helps with bringing circulation to the uterus, and it causes this. But it also has a hormonal effect that can make a person who has a normally calm disposition, it can make them very sensitive, and it can make a very sensitive woman it'll make their hormones a little more sluggish. So what we're dealing with when we're dealing with herbs is cellular intelligence. Plants are and so when they're coming into the body, when we're consuming them, they're speaking what they have to say. Mm-hmm. But we have to make sure we're in alignment with them. For instance, I can work with Mama Aziza because we have a rapport. We have a way that we deal with each other. You know what it is. When you deal with a certain person, it's like this certain person, like I offer for me, Chasteberry. Ooh, she was the broad that got on my nerves. I can't deal with Chasteberry. However, what I could deal with was Dun Quai. Dun Quai was an interesting herb for fertility also. Red raspberry, she can deal with everybody. Red raspberry herb for fertility can deal with everybody. She's with every phase of your life. If you're new to cycling, you're a new baby girl cycling, or if you're a woman who's going into menopause, if you're pregnant, you can deal with red raspberry. So on the show, without a consultation, what I would say to you is use red raspberry for fertility. And then choose a herb by talking to someone who knows the personality. That sounds so crazy, but how that herb will work in the person. Talk to somebody before you use those herbs, or use your intelligence to tap into the herb and experiment and see if that's right for you. But not off anyone's issue because of its intelligence to do what it is to do. When it gets in your body and mixes with your chemistry, then it's going to do its result is going to be varied.
Mm-hmm. That's good information. I love the way you put that out there. I hope this answers your question, Antoinette. And this here influential, she said, I mentioned, yeah. Okay, so she said, is it mentioned neem oil? That's what she meant. She meant neem oil. Neem oil on the Royal Connection as a natural birth control. Are there others you recommend?
A natural birth control that I often recommend is sage. That's a trip, just regular sage tea. So sage is something that you have to sit with, come in alignment with, but it can make your ovum impenetrable. So essentially, that's what we got to come to get grips with. What is the technology here? What is the technology in here? And this is what I teach in my classes, because I do a fertility strategist class. Mm-hmm. And it is an add-on for those who are doulas. So just a shameless plug there. But sage, simple sage, used in your tea daily, can make your ovum impenetrable. Also, as another, what you can do with neem oil, experiment with neem. See, I will not say no to any herb. It can do a lot of things depending on what your body is doing. But neem is a very powerful tissue multiplier. It's a tissue growth. It works with growing tissues. It works with regeneration. That's the word, tissue regenerator. So with that being the case, it might make you fertile. You know what I'm saying? It might make you more fertile. Might, because Aziza could be right too. It could also work as a birth control. However, if we look at what neem does, neem is a tissue regenerator. So with that, it can actually repair whatever hormonal issue or whatever uterine issue you might have, ovarian cyst issue. It can bring back the cellular intelligence to make it stop putting out excess cysts. And if you have a ovarian cyst issue, if you issue where you're having very harsh cycles, neem can be used to support a healthy cycle, more so like to get things back on track, bring things back to normal, eliminate uterine congestion type of thing. So I would use neem in that capacity. Just me, that's what I would say. But and then I also say that when I say sage, it can make your ovum impenetrable. There are a couple of herbs that can be used to do that, and that is cotton root. Cotton root was used in a tincture. You can make it into a tincture form or buy it in a tincture form. And that's something that ancestors used that during the time of captivity. And we were able to have that as a birth control, during times in which we may have been violated or something like that. So cotton root is a effective birth control, and sage leaf taken every day of your 28-day cycle can support you in reorganizing your cycle. So let's say the cycle is coming back to back even. It can stop that. If you're not having a cycle, it can start your cycle. It can also affect making that ovum impenetrable if used methodically.
Let me write my list down. I need cotton root, all of them. Because she just planted a seed with me. I don't need nothing regenerated. You already know. For me.
I'll relax.
I'm going to the tea room tomorrow. All right. So Antoinette says, thank you. She also said, so you teach a class for herbalists, or do you have a recommendation?
I teach my school, the Body Temple Institute of Holistic Health, has been open online since 2009. What I do is I train herbalists, master herbalists, and naturopathic physicians. So that's where I began delivering babies and working in womb health in 2001. And so the mothership started out in 2001, but I wanted to help everybody. So the Body Temple Institute of Holistic Health, you can find it at it's the website at the Body Temple Institute.com. My course is there.
All right, I'm about to put the website up for y'all. You said the Body Temple Institute.com.
That's correct.
All right, so make sure y'all go check it out. And
I teach certifications. There are certification programs there.
Yeah, she's the real deal, y'all. Y'all know I ain't about to bring no regular. And she's powerful with homeschool. Me and Katina have been talking about bringing you on the Royal Connection to really talk about homeschool as we're getting back into that season. So be looking out for that inbox for me too.
You guys also get registered for Liberated Minds, because I'll be speaking on Liberated Minds. It'll be an online platform of African-centered homeschoolers, and everyone will be talking about how to Africanize your curriculum, how to offer African-centered concepts to your child so that they can understand their self-value, self-worth, and to base their concept of and their worldview on them, rather than taking on a European view. How we look at the world should be through our eyes and through the eyes of our ancestors. Yeah.
That's powerful. So make sure y'all write that down. Check that out. The Body Temple Institute.com. We have another question. She says, so this is why you suggest being cautious of burning sage during pregnancy/labor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So I guess she's trying to relate.
Burning sage during labor.
Okay, keep going. I didn't mean to cut you off. It's a lag on my end. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's a very interesting thing. Mint should be used with caution during pregnancy or labor. I'm not gonna bother with the problem of burning it, but we have to remember that sage sends away energy, that excess energy. It's an aromatherapy that changes the nature of the room. When in the room, we want the room to be still. So that's a whole nother energetic framework that we're going to have to deal with. Understanding energy medicine and understanding how and when to use it. We have to remember, but we also have to be clear that it produces a calm. So let's look at how mom uses it. How does mom sit, and does it help her to like bring her energy way down by burning her sage? Well, let's look at that. If it works for her, then we'll look at that. And that may mean I'm going to use a room diffuser to put some lavender in the room to help ground everybody, but she can burn her sage. And she's on a home birth. That's fine. But it's dynamics that matter. We have to understand the dynamics of the womb that is birthing. Understand the dynamics of who's there. What's the sacred geometry of the room? That's what matters. So we have to look at what does the herb do. No, and we should not, going back to mints, we should not use mints during labor, during pregnancy, during pregnancy, because sage is a very feminine hormone affecting feminine herb. So with that, we have to be very conscious of it. In some cases, Italian people have eaten Italian seasoning with sage on it throughout their whole pregnancy and birth. So if you've done that, it's not going to bother you. But if you decide to drink some sage tea, then I'm going to be concerned that what are you doing this for? And this could mess with your hormonal balance, and you could miscarry, or you could, mess up the little hormonal balance that you have going on during pregnancy. So it's with caution, if at all, if you're going to use sage at all. If I was birthing with an Italian woman, then I might not worry about it, because she probably has been, stereotypically, she may have been eating sage throughout her entire life. You know what I mean? So it's already having an effect on her, ovarian balance and hormonal balance, estrogen, progesterone balance. It's already like in play. But if you just eat it sporadically, you might eat pizza, twice, 3 times a month or something. That's really not enough to justify drinking sage tea during your pregnancy. Burning sage, it's all a matter of who you are and what's going on with you.
Gotcha. That's out to your husband. He over there promoting for you in the chat. He got promo codes up going on. He got the link to Liberated Minds.
A team effort. You hear it? That's 29 years in the making. Feel me? So if you can't work as a team, if your business ain't built on teamwork, like you say, well, James put this together that's what it takes, because we're up against a $1 trillion society. With that being the case, we're trying to have something that has sustainable endurance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if we're building businesses that have sustainable endurance, it's going to take a team effort. And dig this, your children need to be on your team too. They need to be sharing your videos. They need to be the main ones commenting. They need to be on that. And that's what's going on. All them 7 children, that's what I built my nation for. Let's get busy.
I love it. Ashe.
Building an empire.
That's the move, y'all. So I hope
Yes.
you guys have enjoyed this special segment. Please make sure that you're visiting Mama Mawusi's website, checking her out. As you can see, she is full of knowledge and information. She is doing some amazing things in our community. Thank you all for tuning in. Please continue with the yoga challenge. I will be back here Thursday night with Alexander Shelton, and we'll be just talking about yoga and the power that it has right now in the midst of this revolution we're in. So I'm excited to bring him on to talk about this, y'all.
Yes. I really appreciate this series. It was good.
Yes, this is super dope. So make sure this will be up on YouTube and Facebook still. So continue this information. Make sure y'all support. And we'll see y'all again. So much.
Many blessings. Yes.